Hello to you all. Hope you're all doing fine. The following is your bi-weekly worksheet, and it is related to the theme family and the sub-theme child marriage. Remember, in the previous week we were talking about the different causes and effects of the child marriage. We talked that it's more related to females than males, even though a male who gets married before the age of 18 this is also considered a child marriage. We talked about the different consequences, which could be psychological and physical consequences. We also talked about the different causes that could be related to politics, related to social problems such as poverty, so on and so forth. So I chose this as a very interesting article, which I hope you would like. So before you attempt, please, to answer any of the questions, I would like you to thoroughly read the article at least once. Okay, let's move on to the first group of questions. A, and it's usually in this category: answer the following questions in complete sentences using your own words. And when I say complete sentences, I mean complete sentences. Please read directions, because the moment we don't do as the directions ask us, we will lose points on a test or a quiz. So when I say, according to paragraph 2, why is early marriage considered appealing, you're supposed to answer, according to paragraph 2, early marriage is considered appealing because, so on and so forth. Name 2 negative aspects of early marriage according to paragraph 2. Also, in such types of questions, and we already talked about this, I don't accept answers where you just put points, okay? All questions under this category, under section A in grade 10, need to be written in paragraph form. So instead of writing just points and putting things under each other, you need to divide them by commas and write in paragraph form. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 are like that. Moving on to paragraph 4, question number 4. What are your views on early marriage? And I stated, explain in 3 to 4 sentences. And when I say sentences, there's a common confusion. I don't mean lines. A sentence ends with an end mark, such as a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation. It's a complete idea. So I need 3 to 4 full sentences. So you can't just tell me, okay, I am against early marriage. You need to tell me why you're against early marriage, and the ideas we discussed thoroughly in class would help you out on this. And some of the ideas mentioned in this interesting topic would also help you out. Moving on, the part B, okay, on any exam, it's going to be the organizational questions. What are organizational questions? We talked about them in great detail. There are questions such as the significance of the title, type of text, type of introduction, type of audience, thematic relationship, so on and so forth. So question number 1, what type of introduction does the author of the above article use? Where do we get the answers here? Remember, I gave you a worksheet with those skills. So please, they're all included in vocab worksheet number 1. And remember, all the organizational skills are also in your book appendix. Okay, towards the end, remember, we read parts of those and we also answered several exercises. So what type of introduction? For example, it could be an anecdote, it could be a general to specific introduction, it could be an introduction that gives interesting facts or statistics. Please go through them in your worksheet or appendix. Now, number 2, is the thesis in the above article implicit or explicit? We talked about those also, where we said that implicit meant that the author implies it. He never really states it directly. While explicit means that the author states the thesis statement directly. So you would tell me, for example, that the thesis statement is explicit and it's the last sentence of paragraph 1. That is, if the thesis statement is directly stated in the text. If it is implicit, however, you tell me the author does not state his thesis statement directly, he implies it. And in this case, when it's implied, you need to provide me with a thesis statement of your own if I ask you to do so. So here, make sure you justify accordingly. How is the title related to the text? We answered this question so many times, and on every single article and worksheet we worked on this year. Remember the title, and it's written in your worksheet, the title is a condensed summary of the main idea of the article or the text. When you answer this, you need to write those words. The title is a condensed summary of the main idea of the text, which talks about blah, 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 blah. You need to tell me what it talks about, or else the answer would be incomplete. Now, question number 4, why does the author include Gage's study results? Remember we talked about credibility, objectivity, and authenticity. Why do we put statistics in any given article? Why do we quote experts? Why do we give real-life examples? Obviously, in order to gain credibility, authenticity, and objectivity. But please write that in complete sentences. Now, moving on to part C, figure out the meanings of the vocab words in the box below using context clues from the text, then fill in the blanks with the correct word. Now, those words, you need to go back to the text, figure out their meaning, and fill in the following blanks with those same words, not their meanings, the same words. Moving on, part D, refer to paragraphs 1, 4, 5, and 6 to complete the following chart. This is a recurrent question in grades 10, 11, and 12. And so you need to get used to these types of tables. I tell you here, number of girls under 15 who will marry in the next decade, that you need to go to the following paragraphs and see what the number of girls is and write that down. Of course, no sentences, please, only write in phrases, and sometimes you only need to write numbers. 90, go back to those paragraphs and tell me what this 90 means. Is it a certain percentage? Is it a certain number? What is it? Tell me here, please, in phrases. 22 also. At last one, percentage of early married girls who have never been to school. Give me just the percentage, no need for sentences. Now, to the last part, what are the reference to the underlined bold type pronouns in the text? Go back to the text, please. There in paragraph 1, again and again, I need to remind you that those questions need to be written in complete sentences. So please don't just write there 2 points, girls, for example. No, that is unacceptable. You need to say the pronoun there in paragraph 1 or there in paragraph 1 refers 1 F and 1 R, refers to whatever, full stop. Her in paragraph 3 refers to full stop. Okay, so make sure you do that, and good luck. See you soon.